Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Doreen and this is Doreen Handcraft. If you're new here and you have not subscribed, can you please subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and also share and ring that bell whenever I'm posting my new video. You'll be the first one to get. In today's tutorial, we are going to need a medium size yarn and also a scissors, and we're also going to need a tape measure, and we're also going to need a medium size hook. Of course, you need a needle yarn, but I like joining using crochet itself. So we are going to have 3 panels, the back panel and the front panel, 2 front panel and 1 back panel. And also we're going to need a sleeve. So I'm going to start with the front and back panels. So in front, I'm going to chain 40, and in back panel I'll chain 100. So this is chain 40. Let's crochet chain 40, then I see you what to do. This is chain 40, and if you measure, it measures about 8 inch. So front panel will be 8 inch each. So then you chain 2, because you're going to use half double crochet. Then go back to the 3rd loop and make a half double crochet. So in this project we are using just simple pattern, double crochet and half double crochet. So in front panel and back panel we'll be using half double crochet. So this is how you do a half double crochet. You grab your yarn, you put back to the chain, grab your one back, then you pull it through. So half double crochet to the end. When you reach here, you chain 2, then you turn. This is row 1. So when you reach at the end, you chain 2, then you turn. So we are going to repeat this line 2 to the end. So you go through the back loop like that. So you just do a half double crochet, but you're using this back loop only. So back loop only, you do a half double crochet. Just simple and clear. So we'll be repeating line 2 to be a repeat of line 2 until you reach 27 rows. So let's finish this one. I show you how to turn again. You can see the rebar coming, and this is the back. It's looking like this. So in this line 2, when you reach at the corner here, you take 2 of them together, then you do half double crochet, chain 2, then turn. So immediately after you turn, you put a half double crochet like that. So we are going to repeat line 2 and 3 until we reach line 28, and let's meet after we are in line 28. This is it. These 28 rows, when you count, they are 28, and you can see they are very beautiful. You can see the texture, just half double crochet, but it's looking beautiful already. So I've already done the back panel, which is, I told you, you chain 100 this side. This one you chain 35 or 40, and this one you chain 100. So we chain 40, then this 100. So when you chain 35, you can chain 80, not really 100. So I've already done the back. This is the back panel, and we have the 2 front panel like that. This is the way they look. Very beautiful. So I'm going to show you how to join this one together. And line 28, I've done 28 this side and 28 this side. If you want a very, very small crop, you just do line 20 or line 24 or 25. But this one I'm making a crop, but not very, very short. So it's about 10. Let me show you. It's about 10 to 11. If you have not stretched, it's around 11 inches. If you stretch it, it goes to 13. So 11-inch front panel and 11-inch back panel, so like that. So I'm going to join. You make sure this the start point, you you did, and this is the start point, and also in this one this is the start point. So you can join together the start point like that, these two like that. So I'm going to join using crochet, because I like using crochet because it's easy to untangle. When you don't want it, you can untangle quickly than the needle yarn. So put it, this first one on the wrong side, then this one is on the wrong side, so this side is on the right side. So you can choose which side is your right and which side is your wrong side, because both of them, they look nice. It's a half double crochet. So put this one this side like that, and join this one together here with a crochet. So I'm going to join from here to this side, not from this side to this side. So I can even decide to leave a space, or I just finish it. But in this case, I'll leave a small space, like a 1 to 2 inch this side. So you turn, then you start from this side. So you can even decide also to use a slip stitch, or you decide to use a half double crochet or a single crochet. So for me, I think I'll go with the single crochet, but also you can use slip stitch. If you want to do slip stitch, you just go in, then you pick outside like that, like that. Even slip stitch is good, but in this case, I feel like I should do a single crochet. So make a single crochet across this line. Just make sure they're in line. You just pick this side one and that side one, and then you make a single crochet. So let's make a single crochet to the end. This is it. I've left a small space here to give it a style, but you can also finish without this space. But for me, I'll leave this space to give it a nice style when I'm doing the binding. So a space, you can also always measure your space, so that you do the same to the other side. So for this one is about exactly 2 inch. So you cut your yarn, just chain 1, 2, then you cut your yarn. And this is the way it looks like when it's on the right side. You can see it's beautiful and the stitches are well knitted. So you turn again and put the other side. Make sure this is in correct side, this is in the wrong side, like that. Then you turn, this one will turn to the wrong side, then you pick this side. So you'll start crocheting from this side to this side. Always start from this side, because it will really join this to be on the right line. And whenever you reach here, you leave at least 2 inch. So I told you, you can use all the stitches that you like, a single crochet, or you can use a slip stitch to join. So all those two can work. So for me, I use single crochet all through joining this cardigan. So let's join to this place. I'm done here. I've already made half double crochet to this point, so you leave at least 2 inch, then you chain 2, then you cut your yarn, you pull this one through like that. So this is the right side. It's a beautiful pink, hot pink. So you can see we have left this space here, so to give it a style, but it's not a must you leave this space. You can just close it, then it also give another style on it. So when you are done here, we are now continuing to make this cardigan this side. So let's join this side. Also, you grab your yarn and just make a loop. This is the correct side. This is the correct side. So we are going this way to this side, then we are coming back again round. So we are starting at this point. You hide this yarn inside like that. So make sure you can hide this yarn, So chain 2, then make a half double crochet in the first loop, then continue with the back loop only. You make half double crochet. Now I'm here to the other corner, so I'm going to join these two together again, and make sure you finish, or you can take it double, but for me I like finishing this one first. Then I grab the yarn, I take the other side, and I finish with the half double crochet like that. So make sure this in the needle one is very tight so that it will join immediately. So make sure you tie this one, then you pick your yarn, put in the other side, and pull it through. So our half double crochet is done. Then we continue with half double crochet, back loop only, half double crochet, back loop only. So let's finish at the end, and then I show you how to turn. So this is it. We are almost at the end, and the end here you pick 2 of them, then you chain 2, then you turn. When you turn, you use back loop only immediately, then you repeat this at least 3 lines. You're going to repeat another 2 lines from this side, because we are not going to make we are going to make a crop sweater. So we are just going to do 2 lines, then when we are done, we'll add the sleeve. Then when you're coming back, I'll show you how to crochet the sleeve. We're not going to join this side before we join our sleeve. So let's finish this one, then after we cut the yarn, I'll show you how to make the sleeve. So when you reach at the corner here, what you do is you just pick the back loop only at this space like that, then you continue. You realize that this space, it's now closed and it's looking beautiful. So after you have done your 3 lines or 4 line or 5 line, if the way you like it, because most of them they like a crop, or you can decide it's a full cardigan and it's not a crop, so you can go further and continue with the other lines. But I've done myself 3 lines, so I've added 3, that is 28, 29, 30 and 31. So what I'm doing to do, instead of cutting the yarn, I've decided to do the binding before you continue with the sleeves. And in this case, we are going to chain 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So I'm going to use half double crochet to make to make our binding, and we can also use a single crochet or a slip stitch, and in this case I chose half double, just a single crochet, sorry, we are going to use a single crochet. So let's use single crochet and make our binding. So it's single crochet all through. So let's single crochet 12 back, so it will be 11, a total of 11, because we chain 12 and we turn without adding any one, so it will be exactly 11. So you can also make it wider or small, the way you like it. So when you reach at the end here, what you do a single crochet, then you go down, you omit the first one, you go to the second one and make a slip stitch, then at the third one you make a slip stitch, then you turn. So like that. After you've made 2 slip stitch, you turn. When you turn, immediately you omit one, you go to the second one, you do a single crochet to the end, and it will be a repeat of line 2 to the end. So when you slip stitch, is like we are making it closer. That's why you slip stitch 2. You can even decide not to slip stitch 2, just slip stitch 1 if you don't want it wider, if you don't want it to come together. So when you reach at the end here, you take 2 of them so that you get a straight line, then you chain 1, then you turn. So when you're chaining 1, when you turn, you go immediately to this space. So you make a single crochet to these two, then you go back loop to the other one, so that this one will be a straight line without any wrinkles. So continue like that, do a single crochet, 11 of them. So you can also counter check most of the time, because when you add, these things also turn. So you counter check if it's 11. Then when you have done already the 11 one, what you do, you slip stitch, you omit the first one, you slip stitch to the next one, you slip stitch to the other one, then you turn. And when you turn, you omit this first one, you go to the second loop, you make a single crochet like that. So let's do this until we reach at the end. When you come back, we'll show you how it looks down here. I'm going to show you how to make this sleeve. If you have not subscribed, can you please subscribe? You can see it's a very beautiful sleeve. It's puffy and also flowerish. So we are going to start with a chain, then we'll add this binding at the end after you are finished. So it fits very well. It fits the hands very well. You can see it's beautiful. So if you want it puffy, you can also add some chain. It's a multiple of 10, so you can add so that you get it puffy more than this. So if you have not subscribed, can you please subscribe and ring that bell? Whenever I'm posting my new video, you'll be the first one to get. Let me show you now how to make a sleeve. What we are going to do, you're going to start with chain 50. Chain 50. It's just a multiple of 10, but if you want a bigger one, you can add. Not necessarily should do 50. For mine, it's 50. So if you want 60 or less than 50, just make a multiple of 10. So we're going to slip stitch on the first chain. You slip stitch, then do a double crochet all through. So make sure you have 50 double crochet all around. So let's crochet double crochet 60 of them in all the loops, and let's meet at the end here. This is 50. You can counter check if you doubt. Then you slip stitch on top of this chain 3, then you chain 3 again. So we are going to start with double crochet on top of it. So we are going to repeat double crochet round it, and make sure there are 50 double crochet when you go round. So repeat immediately. You make 50 half double crochet. So the first and second line, it's half double crochet. Then when you reach 50, you slip stitch on top of this double crochet. So immediately we chain 3. Then we are going to do a front post double crochet, 5 of them. So 1, 2, front post, you go down this double crochet, then you make a double crochet on top of that. So make sure there are 5, 3, 4, and 5. So after you've done 5, you're going to go back post 2 of them. Then we are going to go 1 front post like that. Then we are going to do another 2 back post like that, then 5 front posts. So we'll be doing a repeat of this. So you start with 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So after 5, you make a back post, 2 of them, then a front post, then a back post again, then 5 front posts. So it's a repeat of that until you have finished. So this is 3, 4, 5. So let's repeat like this until we meet at the end here. So it's just 5, then 2. Let's do another repeat so that go off camera. Then front 1, then back 2, then 5, front. It's just like that. Let's finish this one. When you're at the end here, you realize that when you finish this 5, you go back to front, 2 back posts, then 1 front post, then 2 back post immediately after that front post. Then after you finish that, you'll realize that this is the chain 3 that we did. So you go on top of it with a slip stitch, then you chain 3. So we are here. So we are going to repeat this the way it is, 5 like that. This one will make something like a flower-ish. It will be like a flower, like that. Then front, like that. Then on top of this one loop, we are going to go up with the with double crochet. Then we chain 2. Then you put double crochet on the same loop. Then you will still go back. Now use go back loop. The way it is, the back loop. Then you continue with the pattern like that. 5 of them. You see, we have made this loop. So you continue with the pattern like that. Then front, back loop, back like that. Then on this front post that is 1, you make double crochet, then 2 chain, then you put a double crochet on the same loop. Then you continue with the pattern the way it is. Like that. So let's finish this one and meet at the end here. So when you reach at the end here, you slip stitch, then you chain 3. After you chain 3, now because you're going to add here, we are also going to reduce this place. So you reduce, you take 2. Or there are 2 ways of reducing. You can take one like that, then you take the other one like that, then you reduce like that. Or you can take 2 of them together like that, then you reduce. But I like this one, it looks neat one. It looks neat. So like that, then you pull it through. Then the in between you leave it like that. Then these 2, you do a half double crochet, then you pull it through. So we have reduced this one. Now it's 1, 2, 3 instead of 5. Then you continue with back post. Then inside here we're going to put 7 double crochet. 7 double crochet. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. After you have done 7 double crochet, what you do, this one, the back post, you would still go to the back like that, 2 of them. The pattern remain the same. Then we reduce this one now. You take the first loop, then take the second loop, join together. The third one, you leave it, then you go to the 4th and the 5th, you join together. There will be 3 loops on this line. So you continue with the pattern, the back post. Then remember here it's 7 double crochet in between this one. So 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So when you've done 7, you repeat like that. Let's repeat and meet at the end. So on top here, you make a slip stitch when you are done, then you chain 3. We now have 3 loops here. So what we do, because we have already had this one, we are going to repeat in these 3 like that, then go back, loop only like that, so you can see the flower is coming. Then front post on these 7, do a front post on the 7 like that. You see the way it's looking. So another, you can decide also not to continue with this one to be very long, so you can decide to start with the hook only, the way we did start here. So I prefer we close this one. After you have finished here, you finish this to be 1 like that, like that. Make sure they are all in the same loop, then you pull this one through, so you have closed this flower. And then go back to the back loop only. Then here 7 front post. That will make it beautiful, like the way we started down there, like that, instead of prolonging the flower. You can also decide to prolong the flower, but this one is good like that. So you repeat the same, the way we did. You take this first one, we are reducing, then you take the second one like that. You just do a half double crochet on the first one, then you do a half on the second one and you leave it there, then you do a half on the third and you leave it there, then you pull this through like that. You continue like that. You go to the front post, 7 of them. Let's repeat once, then we finish 7 of them. Then back loop, then you take the first one, you take the second one, then you take the first one. Just do half, then you pull this through. So let's continue like that, and we meet at the end here. We are at the end here. You slip stitch, then you chain 3. Now we are just going to put 1 half double crochet but front post in this one. So you have started only 1 like that, then you go back on these 2. So the process will continue like that. Then because you've started this one, we repeat this one, 7 of them. So when you come back, we now start reducing as we put the crossing on top of here. So like that, like that. So front post, then front post this one, back post, then front post. So the pattern continues like that, and here we are just doing the same thing. So let's continue and meet at the end here. So at the end here, you slip stitch, then you chain 3. After you've chained 3, now we start to put double crochet on top, then 2 chain, then a double crochet on the same loop, then back loop 2 of them. After that, we are doing a reduction here now. You take 2, you reduce, you continue like that. Then you also reduce 2 of them, 2, you pull this through, then the circle continue like that. So on top of this one, we put a double crochet, then chain 2, then double crochet. Then after that, go back loop, Then after that, you take the first one on these 7, then the second one, you pull it together, then this one in the needle, you just repeat the same the way they are until you remain with the 2 this side. Then you also do half double crochet, then you pull that through. So the circle continue. Let's continue and meet at the end here. So when you're here, you just slip stitch, then you chain 3. On top of this, we now start the way we started this place here now. So 7 of them, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. After the 7, you go to the back loop 2, like that. So because you have added here also, we are just going to repeat once these 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that. So when you come back, we'll hold this one and that one together. So the cycle continue like that. So let's continue until we reach our maximum, then we come back. And this is it. We are done here. I've already cut the yarn. Now I want to show you how to do the binding. I've already done my other one, this one. So you're going to do the binding looking like this one. So let's do the binding. So you do a hook like there. Then at this point, any point, you chain 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You can chain wherever you want, but 15 is okay. Then you go back with a single crochet. It's not necessary to chain 15. You can chain 12, you can chain 10 if you want. Then going back, you do a single crochet down. So if you want a bigger binding, you do more, but 12, 10, 12, it's okay also. So I've reduced to 12, like that. If you've not subscribed, can you please subscribe to this channel and give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Then you slip stitch at the end, then you slip stitch at the next one, and then you turn. When you turn, you just go immediately to the next loop, like that. You do back post only with a single crochet, and it brings a nice pattern, because that is the pattern that we are also using at the binding down the sweater. So chain 1 if you have taken these 2 together to make it straight. Then after you chain 1, take 2 again, then together like that. Then use back loop to the second one, back loop only, like that. So back loop only. Then down here you slip stitch 1, then you slip stitch 2, and you go back again. That's the way we do that binding. So let's continue like that, and we meet at the end when you have finished the binding of this sleeve. It's a beautiful sleeve, as you can see, and you can make it baggy if you want. Just add a multiple of 10, so you can expand this one from 50 to 60 or 70. It depends the way you want. If you want this balloon, it's big one, you can expand the same. So this is how beautiful it's looking like, and when we finish our binding, it will be looking like this. Now we'll be having 2 sleeves at the same time, and I'll join to the cardigan now. I'm already done with this side of binding. So, and I've also joined 1 sleeve. So I'm going to show you how I did the joining. So you need a stitch marker. If you don't have a stitch marker, you can use any other color that is not the same color like this one. And we are going to join this arm in this place. So what you do, you make sure it is in the right side. Then you choose a corner here. Then you put in this corner. This is where we join. You put in this corner like this. Then you put a stitch marker in between that corner. A stitch marker. If you have a stitch marker, correct. If you don't have, it's also fine because this yarn worked for me. Like that. So after you have put the marker there, you pull this one a little until it's almost remaining 2 inch to the end here, like that. Then you put another stitch marker down here in this corner. So when you do that, we are ready now to start our joining. So you put in the wrong side like this, both of them to be on the wrong side, so it will look like this. So we are supposed to feel round here. So what you do, you start from this side. You can start from each and any side that you like to start with. Then join your yarn here, and I'm still using single crochet instead of slip stitch, but if you can use a needle yarn to join, but I like joining using crochet. So join here. Is how you join. Just do a simple single crochet and make sure you pull this one so that it also look wide and beautiful. So let's finish this. Let's meet at the end in this place here. So I'm here at the end. There's this place we left here. So you continue with that place until you finish binding, until you finish to the binding here. So you do a single crochet to the end, and when you reach the end, you cut your yarn. You cut your yarn, and you'll be through with it. So when you turn to the correct side, you remove your stitch markers like that, and the other side. The other side, you also remove the stitch marker like that, and that is it. We are done both sides, so it's looking beautiful. This is how it looks. I know you like it. Please subscribe to this channel if you like this video so far. And now we are going to do our binding, and we are just going to use double crochet all through. So what you're going to do is we do a double crochet round this side, double crochet in each and every loop as we go around like this, then we come back and meet here. This is it. I'm done with line 1. So we are going to start the second line. What you do is after you finish here at the last stitch, you chain 3, then you turn. When you turn, you go to this second loop. After the first one, the second, you use the back loop, the front loop, sorry. Then you go back and use the back loop like that. So we are going to use front and the back. If you have not subscribed, can you please subscribe to this channel? So it's front and the back like that. So let's go around, and then when you come back, I'll show you how it's looking like. You can see it's forming a pattern. a good one. So let's go around. I'm done with the second line after we did our double crochet. So this is how it looks. I think it's looking very beautiful. Please give it a comment how it looks like. You can see the style I told you. It brings another good style here. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and also share, and please give a comment so that I can know it's so good and it has really helped you. Thank you very much for watching my video, and thank you very much for subscribing, and let's meet on the next video.